My name is Brian Evans, and my senior project is called CryptoFlow. It's a website that has a pretty simple purpose. It makes predictions for cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, and it does this using neural networks and machine learning. So I'm going to go over my requirement specification document real quick and make a few notes on the requirements that I set. So my must-haves. I wanted graphical representation of data, and I wanted live updates, and I wanted it to be informative. The would like to haves additional cryptocurrencies beyond Bitcoin and a medium to high accuracy. So these are the requirements that I came up with and that I'll be going through as my checklist. So obviously there is a graph of the data. This is data from the last week. Today is Sunday, and it's showing tomorrow's prediction, which will be going down about $200. I do have different time frames that will update the graph and the predictions. So now this will be showing the graph for 1 month, and I also have it showing for 3 months. So graphical representation is there. Live updates is also there. Every day this will update the date ranges and the data that it's pulling to display. I also have a refresh prediction button because the algorithm uses today's current price in its prediction for the future price. And throughout the day, the price will change, and a refresh button allows for a live update, and then every day it will update as well. I wanted this to be informative for people who aren't really sure about how neural networks work. So I have an about section here that kind of explains all of that. And it might be a little too wordy, but that is there as well. So all of my must-have requirements have been met. The would like to haves, I wanted to go beyond simply Bitcoin and add some other cryptocurrencies. That was not very realistic, as I discovered. In order to add additional cryptocurrencies, I would have to make a new model for each different cryptocurrency and train it separately and get the data sets configured appropriately, and it was much bigger of a task than what I had time for in the scope, so I did not actually get anything beyond Bitcoin. I wanted a medium to high accuracy. That needs a little explaining. If I go to my code, I can run the engine using TensorFlow to actually create a test prediction. This is a graph showing the predicted prices against the actual prices. And I have another graph that shows the loss during training. The loss is calculated by taking the difference of what the predicted price was and compared to the actual price. And so as the neural network trains, it gets smarter and can make better predictions that are closer and closer to the actual prediction, or to the actual value. So a zero loss represents high accuracy there. What I wanted to really demonstrate was that it's kind of a false accuracy, and if I run this again, I can kind of show that in better detail. I have it explained in my about section as well. But if we look at this graph, it seems like the predictions are pretty much spot on all the way through. It gets a little dicey higher up, but they're pretty close. And if we zoom in a little bit on this, we see that the blue prediction line is actually an offset of the orange actual line. And a lot of cryptocurrency prediction websites will kind of use a similar model to claim that they have really high accuracy and that their predictions are really good, when in fact they're using the same model that is kind of showing a false positive. So the medium to high accuracy is sort of there, but it was my intention with this project to kind of show and demonstrate that false positive on that. I've had a lot of fun on this project, and I definitely learned a lot. I didn't know anything about machine learning or neural networks before this, and so it was a huge learning curve for me. But I'm really proud of what I came up with in the end here, and that's my project.